Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
Check, Mike 42. Off the run.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Four yards the pickup, first down.
Complete to Michael Gallup. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cowboys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end left. Hey. You got three.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Watch the curl. Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Watch the screen.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Robert Quinn gets to the quarterback as well as any defensive end in the league. A lot of it goes back to his high school wrestling background. He understands leverage and hands as well as anyone.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That one complete to Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Throwing. Prescott. Dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Strip that ball.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Right here, right here.
49, check 49, check 49.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open man is Allison, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers complete. This is Lewis. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers! Alan Lazard there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packers defense here getting ready. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Green 18, 55.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
58. You get blocked, man. You get blocked.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Rodgers again now. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Elliott. And an alley to run. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is going to be Packer football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. Prescott to throw it. Slide, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Forbath, the extra point, and it's now 17-14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Rodgers, and that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. Yeah. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
6-man. Check curls.
A first down carry by Elliott. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
10th carry now for Elliott.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down. Elliott trying to run inside, but nothing there. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, it's Pollard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know, let him know.
Looking to throw. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Forbath will put this one through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Rodgers going to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Joker.
On first down, it's Elliott. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Prescott now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Give me the ball every time, brother.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's put that team on the bus.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Here we go. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Prescott now from the 50. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Prescott on first down. That's complete to Cobb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A four-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. And again, it's Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down on the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around.
18. Mike's by 4. 3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Jake Kumaro. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing again. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play,
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, And now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
On second down, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll give to Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check pass, check pass.
Again, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
From the red zone now, Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rodgers to throw once more. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
55 my guy.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
At the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go. 42, check, Mike 42. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. That one complete to Elliott. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Quad. Kid, 21.
Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable. And oftentimes, offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense plan for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Irvin to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
58. 55, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. Got a man. That's Allison. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we're going to look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Check, 42's the mark. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on, fellas.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
26.
Here's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He can't get him down. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check, Mike 42. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Forbath to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
It's been a long day for you.
Rodgers to throw once more. He completes it to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers, and he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's pick it up.
Elliott running right.
Let's get off the field.
And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action now. Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Prescott now. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Forbath for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 36, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. 13 yards, first down, Packers. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Rodgers now on first down. Now he's forced out left. He'll run it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
319. 54 Mike. Bring it. Bring it.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Williams. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day, every day.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go to Elliott again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Here we go. Double time, double time. Hey, we got 4 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm going to run you over.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. 7 yards there and a first down.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final try now for Rodgers. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.